At our recent council meeting, I stopped legislation that was headed towards placing a homeless shelter in our parish. While I am empathetic towards the needs of our homeless, I am most dedicated to protecting the tranquil, safe environment that we've come to expect in Jefferson Parish. As we debated the issue, I emphatically voiced my most prevalent concern.
Unanimous understanding amongst the council members and the parish president that we've got a homeless issue in Jefferson Parish that needs to be dealt with. I certainly support the idea of a task force to attempt to address the homeless issue. My concern is this seems to be focused on the building of a homeless shelter in Jefferson Parish. My biggest concern is where's it going to go? It's difficult for me to think of a street, a neighborhood, a business that is prepared to deal with what comes with having a homeless shelter in Jefferson Parish.
I understand that our homeless lack the basic needs of shelter and professional help. But I can't shy away from the obvious fact that homelessness affects more than those living on the streets. That culture brings with it violence, theft, drug use, alcohol abuse. Temptations to the homeless result in dangers for those who are in and around them. So my question is, where exactly would we congregate homeless America in our home parish? And why would we ask our citizens, businesses, and guests in Jefferson Parish to shoulder that new burden?
If you go down by the homeless shelters in New Orleans, you see, come 8 o'clock in the morning, they disperse and are everywhere around where those homeless shelters are. And that, I think, is a potential concern, certainly for me, in what neighborhoods, what businesses are going to have to deal with something that they're not having to currently deal with. And so for those reasons, I have to object.
One of my colleagues believes that if we develop a facility for the homeless, put it in a neighborhood, the homeless will stay in that facility until they are ready to face the world again. I believe in seeing the glass half full, but I will not risk the quality of life of people on a Pollyanna belief that if we build it, everyone will stay put.
My interpretation, Councilman Impastato, was that this could potentially, a facility be located in an industrial area.
Right.
It would be a facility that you're not coming and going from.
No.
You're dropped off or you arrive there and you stay there. So you're not entering and leaving at any point except when you get there and then when you're treated and you leave.
Right.
Do we really believe our homeless population will accept a facility, stay, recover, and/or rehabilitate, and will leave with a briefcase, a job, and a home? It's nice to dream in an election year. Selling hope can be a drug for some politicians, but our citizens deserve their representatives to be realistic and find solutions that don't put people and property at risk.
And my fear is wherever this comes, wherever this would go, I believe our citizens and our businesses will be absolutely petrified of the consequences. By our own admission, these are, we believe, or at least the experts tell us, these are mentally ill predominantly, drug users, alcohol abusers. So we're basically putting them and giving them the attractive nuisance to congregate and be.
This issue will come up again at our next council meeting. I will continue to look for solutions to our homeless issue that do not put our families, visitors, and business owners in jeopardy. I understand that some of my colleagues see only the good that can come from housing our homeless in Jefferson Parish.
So this would be a full-fledged facility that you check into and you check out of when you're quote-unquote recovered or you've been treated.
But I believe that compassion without accountability fails. So you have my assurance that I will consider all options as we work towards a goal that makes it clear that sleeping on the street in Jefferson Parish is not acceptable, nor is theft, nor is violence, nor drug use, nor trashing public spaces that comes with it. If you want to watch the debate on this issue in its entirety, please click on the link below.